Hi everyone, me again. If you guys haven't seen the first video I put out reading a young Albertan's testimony on Alberta independence, go check that out on our page. I'm going to be reading another testimony that came out from a young lady on how she feels about Alberta independence. I grew up believing Canada was fair. I never really questioned it. But recently I started reading about the history of Western Canada, and I realized something strange. Many of us in the West were never actually taught this part of our history. The debates about fairness between East and West didn't start recently. They've existed for over 100 years. Some people call it Western alienation. The feeling that decisions shaping the West are often made somewhere else. I'm not saying what the answer is. I just think more people should understand the history. Canada is a democracy, which means population decides elections. Ontario and Quebec together hold the majority of seats in federal parliament. This means that, in many elections, the outcome can be decided before Western votes are fully counted. For people in the West, this can create a quiet feeling. Does our vote actually change anything? It becomes a quiet question that keeps coming back, a question that, without consideration or change, leads to apathy and frustration with the system. The West produces a large share of Canada's natural resources: energy, agriculture, minerals. For generations, Western provinces have debated whether national policies treat these industries fairly. Some historians trace this tension back to the early days of Canada, when economic power was concentrated in central Canada's manufacturing base. Whether people agree or disagree today, the conversation about fairness between regions has been part of Canadian politics for over a century. Most young people simply never heard about it. When people hear the word separation, they often assume it comes from anger. But when you talk to many Western Canadians, the feeling is often something different. It's a question. Does this country still feel equal for everyone? Maybe the real conversation isn't about leaving. Maybe it's about understanding why some people feel unheard in the first place. Because a country works best when every region feels like it is truly being heard equally. Maybe the real question isn't why people talk about leaving, but why so many feel unheard in the first place. What does a country owe the people who helped build its wealth? If a democracy leaves some regions feeling powerless, is it still working as intended? How long can a country stay united if parts of it feel invisible? That was such a beautifully written testimony and was given with some real genuine thought. And so if you're a young Albertan or you know any that would be willing to give a testimony because this resonates with you, because this doesn't resonate with you, because you have a different perspective, then feel free to DM us on our Instagram or any of our other platforms and we'll go from there. So thank you.